think we can just, like, fast travel to it, right? Yeah, fast travel to the selected location. To my ship that is 5 feet away. Alright. Let's go. Let's go to... Jemison. Let's go to Jemison. Yeah, so I think we're done. We're done fucking with the outpost shit for now. We will take a look at all that crap later when we have time. Like, oh yeah, the lodge, that's right. You can just land right there. Go right to it. The only part that sucks about the lodge being a bottomless pit is that you can't really transfer your items to your ship from there, you know what I mean? Like, it is just a secluded, empty, endless box. Which is nice, but it's also unfortunate.
Every time I have something I need to discuss with you.
Alright. Since she's continuing to be a menace about this, let's talk with Sarah.
I have an important personal decision to make, but I need to discuss something with you first.
If it will help you decide, I'm here to listen.
Phew, thank you. So, where to start? Before I was with the Navigator Corps, I was career military, part of the United Colonies Navy. When the Colony War broke out, I was posted as the chief navigator on a warship, the Dauntless.
It's pretty close to captain, right? You must have seen a lot of combat.
Plenty. And that's what's weighing on my mind. There was a particularly bloody battle. We were fighting over a world in the Eta Cassiopeia system. Worst fighting I'd ever seen. We lost 12 ships that day. 12. Including my own.
Why the Cassiopeia system?
Economic reasons. Several of the worlds in the Cassiopeia system were mineral-rich. Both sides wanted to drop refinery outposts on the surface to bolster their supply.
If this is too difficult for you, we don't have to continue.
No. This is important. I need to tell you this. The ship was barely intact. The captain and first mate died the previous day, which put me in command. A shrewd captain would have called for the crew to abandon ship, but I was so angry. I wanted to stay. I needed to fight.
Despite the damage, your ship still had the ability to fight?
The Dauntless was a tough little ship. No shields and the hull was breached, but it still had power. And weapons. That's why I remained in the battle. Huge mistake.
I probably would have done the same.
I believe you. But you haven't heard the worst of this. We fought for hours, but the damage was fatal. I gave the order to abandon ship and the crew piled into the escape shuttle. As the shuttle launched, I could see it was damaged. I heard screams before the radio cut. The last thing I saw, they were spiraling helplessly towards the planet's surface. There was nothing I could do.
Why weren't you in the shuttle with them?
It was my duty as acting captain to be the last person to leave the Dauntless. We had more than one escape shuttle available. So, I elected to wait until they were safe.
Well, I'm sorry you had to go through that.
You're sorry. For me? If I hadn't been so stubborn, so eager to prove that I could handle command, my crew would have had more time to escape.
What did your superiors say?
My superiors? When the dust settled, the United Colonies gave me a medal. Can you believe that? A damn medal. I never even had a chance to find the shuttle wreckage and give my crew a proper burial.
How'd you get off the ship?
After I checked every section of the ship for wounded crew, I took the other escape shuttle. If I hadn't, I would have died. The Dauntless came apart minutes after I escaped.
You can't blame yourself for what amounts to bad luck.
Bad luck? That sounds familiar. Remember when you said no one but me would have pushed harder to keep the Navigator Corps going? Well, this time, pushing too hard cost lives. Don't you get it? Everything I do, everything I touch, somehow falls apart. That's why I'm worried about us.
Worried about us?
Look, it's clear the two of us are becoming more than partners. We're becoming close friends. Even though I've pushed people away in the past, I feel different when I'm around you. I feel safer, comfortable, not afraid to admit who I am. I'm terrified I'm going to screw that up.
Well, don't worry about that. I'm here for you, every step of the way.
After everything you've heard, all my stories, you still have faith. No one's ever cared about me this much. Not even Aja.
Oh my god! I can't. I fucking can't. Who writes this? Who writes this? Emil Pagliarulo, was this you? Did you write this particular line of dialogue? Have you ever met a woman? Have you ever fallen in love with a woman? Like, I know love makes you say stupid things. This is fucking stupid. This is nary the time nor the place for this sort of thing.
Hello?
Yeah. In a minute. In a minute! It's just so cringe. It's so fast. And it also doesn't help. Like, I feel like it is moving quickly. It is moving really fast. We've only had the three, and we're only like 3 main quests in, and she's already, well, my character is already like knee deep in. You know what I mean? Like, relax, dude.
You in deep thought or something?
I am, yeah. I'm in real deep thought right now. I'm deep in there. Fucking hell, man. Like, they never get it. They never understand the subtleties behind this sort of shit. They came really close with Serana in Skyrim. They came really close to having a nice, subtle romance, where nothing is coming on as strong, and if you do come on strong, it actually negatively affects your relationship with her. and she's less inclined to, for instance, turn herself into a mortal again.
Getting awkward.
And it's like, oh, okay, that's cool. So if you're like a hot stuff corn dog romance guy, you get punished for it because that's not how things work. You don't just walk up to a woman and say, "Oh, I'm falling in love with you." Like, no. You take time. You take the time. You can drop a hint here or there, but you don't just fucking blow your load immediately. Like, god damn, dude. How are we regressing? How are we going backwards? How are we going backwards? I feel like Fallout 4 had this problem too, but nowhere near this extent. Like, this is rough.
You okay?
No. No, I'm not. I'm disappointed. Whatever. Let's just carry on. It's because I'm falling in love with you, Sarah.
You know, I've spent a lot of time thinking about us, about our relationship, how we've clearly become close. I practiced what I was going to say when the moment was right, and now that it's here, my mind's gone blank. Look, you deserve the best. Someone who can give themselves to you entirely. But right now, I have too much baggage, too much on my mind. I hope you'll forgive me for pushing you away. I just need time.
Damn. Rejected. We've been rejected. Oh well. Maybe if my guy wasn't so fucking hot and bothered, he wouldn't have been rejected nearly as hard.
Oh, for God's sake. Drop some of that rubbish already.
Am I over encumbered already? God damn it. Is there anything that I need down here specifically? I don't think so. I just grabbed that because I knew I could sell it. We are in tough times. Desperate times call for desperate... Oh. Oh, okay, for a minute I thought that was a flat texture. I was like, oh, that's awful. That's really bad. This is not my room. This is not my room. This is a bathroom. That's definitely not my room. Shit, which one was it? This one. So there's a safe in here, right? Storage. Yeah. So this, as you can see, has no mass. Mass not applicable here. So we can dump all of the things we are probably never going to use. Alright. So now that we had that disappointment out of the way, what, she's been saving this up for a long time, just for her to tell me, yeah, sorry, I got too much baggage. Then why you keep unloading it onto me, huh? Come on, I've been through this before, Sarah. You can't fucking fool me. Oh, you picked something up.
I'm listening.
What is it?
I thought you'd never ask. Here.
Oh,
Time to
sealant. Thank you, actually. That's pretty nice. Alright, so what do we have here on Jemison? Grunt work, that's right. The mast building. Might as well hit that up real quick. So... let's put this thing on. I haven't touched this in a while. I feel kind of bad, because it's like the starting pistol. And it's probably one of the only more decently designed weapons in this game. Not that the others are bad, but I would say they're Very over-designed, very blocky, kind of just gross to look at. And this standard USP look to this pistol is pretty nice.
Don't worry. I'll try and keep my complaints to a minimum.
So it's weird how she's like, oh, I don't like the mast, I don't like the UC, but then at the same time, she's glad I'm in the Vanguard, she's prefers the UC. It's so strange.
Look who's back. All set with that probationary mission? We can do your debrief and formally welcome you into the Vanguard whenever you're ready.
I need your permission to deliver a terramorph tissue sample to Mars.
A terror? What? How did you walk away with the terramorph tissue sample running comms repairs? What happened to the settlers?
Things didn't go as advertised. Only one was alive. A researcher who gave me a sample and a gene tag.
A gene tag? Let me see that. Sanan. I know that name.
Yeah,
Let
the
me check
general.
the database. Huh. A lot of this data's been classified. Here we go. Service record. Wow. That's a lot of commendations. Seems like she served with distinction as co-head of a UC Xenoweapons division. Faced tribunal at the end of the Colony War. And was dismissed from duty. Guess that's why I'd heard the name before. If she's former Xeno warfare, though, well, we can at least be sure she knows her aliens.
What the heck is Xeno warfare? Xeno warfare doesn't sound good.
I'm sure she doesn't list it at the top of her resume. But considering her service record and her area of expertise, I'm not seeing a reason to think this request is anything other than genuine. Did your survivor, Hadrian, did she mention why she thinks this sample's so special?
She's not sure what it means. She wants a Dr. Walker on Mars to analyze it, confirm it's a threat.
I see. Well, this is one of the more surprising debriefs I've ever been a part of. But if Hadrian Sanan thinks this sample needs to get to Mars, then we're gonna make sure it gets to Mars. I'll take care of the clearances and ensure you get your credits. Consider these your first official orders. And here, so everyone knows you're working with the Vanguard. Welcome to the Navy, Captain. Vanguard's also got some custom ship modifications. You'll be cleared for access to them next time you're down at the spaceport. Talk to ship services. Now, if there wasn't anything else, I suggest you move out.
Oh, achievement! Supra et Ultra. Join the UC Vanguard. Ask about Percival and the Trade Authority. Delivering devils. Okay, so... Oh, right. To the spaceport. That's right. I almost forgot why we were here. I mean, we were here because I wanted to dump all my junk away. But there is a bunch of extra side shit that we can do. Anything in here? Yeah, nothing super duper serious. Where's this one? Wolf. Okay, I think there's actually a couple things that we need to do in Wolf. Right? Refurbished goods? Oh, no. No. Mantis? No. Definitely not there. Top of the list. Survey a habitable planet. Media sponge, that's in Gagarin. Runaway, Hotel Voli. Mantis, Terror Brew. That's like somewhere down at the bottom. Light in the Darkness. Do in Full. The Boot. That's in Wolf. Okay, yeah, so we can go to the Wolf system real quick. Do this boot quest. Oh, right, the gnats down here. It's been a while since I've been on Jemison. I'm not super duper familiar with it. Even though we spent, like, what? 12, 17, 20 fucking episodes here. And more to come, I'm sure. Seems like there's never not a reason to come to Jemison at some point. It's a shame this place doesn't have better resources. I'd love to build an outpost here.
I've flown across most of the settled systems in all manners of spacecraft, and yet I still get sick on the gnat. Oh, I've always liked that statue. It's beautiful, isn't it? I wonder what the artist was trying to represent.
So we need to find the viewport real quick, because there's a bunch of people on there.
The contact for the young.
Don't look at me.
Oh, that is my ship. Okay, hold on.
You will be scanned as you enter the city.
Security
Hold
scanners,
on.
chemical sniffers. The United Colonies sure isn't taking any chances.
Awful talkative now, huh, Sarah? Now that you no longer need to pester me. Okay, so we got this lady.
Howdy.
The two Randys out here. Oh, an outpost engineering specialist, huh? Nice.
Hi, how are you?
Logan. So we got Gideon. We got this guy.
You picked a good day to drop by. Bartender's making them strong today. You in town for business?
An official constellation,
Constellation?
business, yep.
That seems like we have that in common. Personally, I'm here looking for work. I just quit.
What kind of skills are you peddling?
I'm billing myself as a weapons expert, sniper tech specifically. Most travelers like having someone on their crew who's good with firearms. The settled systems are no picnic.
Well, I'm looking for people.
Well, I'll be damned. What a coincidence. Working on a ship sounds perfect. I was hoping my next job would get me out of the city. What's your offer?
Would you consider working for a discount? You'd get to see a lot of the galaxy.
I really need this job. Sure. I'll cut you that deal.
Ooh, hoo, hoo. How does this sound?
Sounds like a fair salary for your new weapons expert. I'll take it.
Well, we've only got room for him on the Osprey. The family you choose achievement. Recruit 10 separate companions. Alright, yep. Hop aboard. So he is specifically useless on the ship. Like at least on an outpost he would have, you know, some combat capabilities, but on the ship he's just gonna be around for fun, I guess.
I'll head straight to my post and get to work.
Yeah, he's got no family to
Anything
speak
I
of.
can do for you?
So we have Gideon Acre. You gonna talk to me, buddy, or are you just gonna fucking
If you're
sit
looking for a
there?
weapon specialist, I could really use the work to pay off some debts.
Weapons expert, huh? Well, what kind of debts are we talking about?
The kind that need to be paid off quickly, or else I'm in big trouble. And if you don't mind, I'd kind of like to keep the details of that to myself. Unless you're agreeing to hire me, of course.
Weapons expert, huh? I can shoot targets just fine, thanks.
Anyone can shoot at targets, but I take them out. You're not gonna find a better shot anywhere else. So, are we making a deal or what?
Sure.
I'm not asking for that much. Just my fair share.
Holy shit. I don't think I should pay you that much.
You're asking me to work for less than the going rate? Why would I do that?
Who knows?
Don't think I'm desperate or anything, but you do have a point. Well, I guess something's better than nothing. I'll cut my price, but I'm not going any lower.
Alright, you're hired.
Really? I mean, thanks. Sorry, I'm just used to hearing no.
Alright, come aboard, boy. At least he's actually useful. Those tears, I can use those. That is something, at least. You've reached the maximum number of crew... Oh. Really? Are you fucking serious? Reach the maximum number of crew assignments with your current ship command level. Wow. Okay, so is he just unassigned? Well, that's lame.
Thanks for giving me a chance. I'm on my way.
I really love this place.
How much money am I down now? I've got 3,000 credits. Jesus. Yep, I definitely won't be able to afford this next lady, unfortunately.
You're back. What do you say? Will you take me with you?
You got any skills?
Plenty. I'm comfortable on a ship, especially in the gunner seat. I'm also a trained expert with shotguns. I have the certification to prove it.
Well, if you're willing to work, you're welcome aboard.
Aye, aye, Captain. I won't overcharge you. I'm grateful for the offer. I've been out of a job since I left the Freestar Rangers.
I can't afford to pay what you're asking. Will you work for less?
You're short on credits?
Yes. Who knows?
Don't think I'm desperate or anything, but you do have a point. Well, the last thing I want is you going bankrupt on my account. I'll work for whatever you can pay.
I wish I could bring you along, but I can't afford it.
I see.
Damn. That sucks. Alright, well, we'll carry on with what we got then. That's fine. No problems. Well, hold on. Well, yeah, never mind, because I don't have any fucking... Well, hold on. Are they going to charge me ship customization if I just change the colors of something? Let's put that theory to the test, I guess.
Hey, what can I do for you? Got anything you need to offload? Trade Authority is always buying. Kiosk? Sure, have at it.
So I guess I can have any number of people on my ships. So I'm just looking to change the color of this because I completely forgot to. Okay.
Lift off when you are, Captain.
We have liftoff.
Such a big ship. It's so massive.
Apogee kick complete. Orbit steady.
Alrighty. So, actually, wait. Before we go there, wasn't there... Gagarin's, like, in this system, is it not? By the Dragonstar book or whatever the fuck? Yeah. It's in this system. So we're gonna go to Gagarin first.
What's
Be advised, you are entering United Colony space. Please maintain course and prepare to be scanned.
Yeah.
Scan complete. You're cleared to land at Gagarin.
Do you need...
Lead, chlorine, yeah, the usual garbage. Seems like most of the nicer looking planets all kind of just have lead and chlorine on them. Not that lead is useless, but chlorine pretty much fucking is.
Landing gear's ready.
It does not look like it would hold up. It does not look like it would hold up at all. So what's this guy's deal, huh?
Need a hand with something?
Mind if I ask you some personal questions?
Go ahead. I'm all ears.
Tell me more about your job at MAST.
I worked at DRIP in the UC Science Division. They're the department responsible for dreaming up new weapons tech for the military. Officially, I was a prototype tester, but my title should have been guinea pig. I was in charge of making sure everything the engineers came up with was safe. When a new weapon was developed, they'd have me take it to an uninhabited planet to put it through its paces. That way, if it blew up, I was the only guy that got hurt.
Wow. What kind of name is Drip, anyway?
The kind of marketing exec felt real clever for coming up with. I mean, the whole department knows it's ridiculous. We have all kinds of jokes about it. You're dripping on your desk, or call a plumber, there's a drip on this floor. Hilarious stuff. Even management got in on it.
Getting drippy with it? Do it drip? You ever have any close calls with something you were testing?
Plenty. Field work's always dangerous, but when you're dealing with experimental tech, close calls are basically a given. But that's half the fun of the job, if you ask me.
Well, this must seem boring by comparison.
Not at all. To tell you the truth, I'm happy to be out of the line of fire. Kinda nice to fly under the radar for a bit. It is weird not to be working for the UC anymore, though. I've had my eye on a job at MAST since I was a kid.
I understand the impulse to serve.
You Vanguard guys have always impressed me, you know? My dad was a member when he was young. He talked about it all the time. He made civil service sound good enough that my siblings and I all ended up working for the UC, too. Must have been his plan from the beginning.
What type of work does your family do for the UC?
My parents are military vets, both retired now. My dad was top brass during the Colony War, and my mom was a sniper for the UC Navy. As for my siblings, all three of us ended up at MAST. My older sister Georgia works for the Office of Interstellar Affairs in the Administrative Division. Our brother Taylor's the family academic. He's a xenobiologist in the Scientific Division. His job makes my old gig at DRIP look like a cakewalk.
What's Georgia's role at the office?
She's an operations director. It's a nice way of saying career bureaucrat. She's responsible for making sure ambassadors visiting New Atlantis get the royal treatment. It's not my cup of tea, but I'm glad she does it. It'll pay to have a diplomat in the family if things go south with the Freestar Collective again.
What makes Taylor's job so difficult?
His bosses have him in the field cataloging every species of flying predator that lives in UC space. I guess Mast wants to make some kind of wildlife guide for travelers? I don't know how his team divided up the work, but it sounds to me like Taylor drew the short straw.
How long have your parents been retired?
They've both been retired from active duty for years. My dad served as a general until the armistice was signed, but he switched to teaching recruits after the war. Mom's a bit of a different story. She'd probably still be a part of the military if she hadn't been medically discharged for an injury sustained in the field. She had a close call with a laser weapon that left her blind in one eye. It was an instant death stroke for her sniping career.
Jeez. Sounds like New Atlantis would fall apart without your family.
It might. My dad always says you can't go a week at Mass without hearing the Bankowski name. Here's hoping the place hasn't burst into flames without its most charming weapons tester to keep an eye on things.
What made you decide to leave Drip?
Just, wasn't the place for me anymore. A guy can only shoot off so many experimental weapons into space before he starts wanting more out of life. And I don't want to get into it, but there was a problem with my last assignment. The situation got out of hand and blew up in my face. Leaving wasn't my first choice, but it was my only option. And that's all I'm going to say about it.
Alright, well that's all.
I could get used to these talks.
So this is Gagarin, huh? Alright. Let's get out there. Geez, Sarah, kick some more stuff around, why
Yeah,
don't you?
what is it? Goodbye.
Where's Sam? And... oh, there she is. Nice.
Have any new books for me?
Nice.
Bye.
Gotta love it.
This old mining colony looks more rundown than Ebbside on Neon. And that's saying something.
Don't know what you're talking about.
Hi. Please disregard. I attempted it.
God, the ship is so huge.